This is the guy from Pittsburgh, and I can't take it anymore. Pete Dominick is a liberal, eco-freak idiot. I listen to Art Bell, Dark Matter, Sirius 104, and unfortunately, after Art comes this environmental wacko, Sierra Club supporter, and he's making statements that if he were George Norrie, people would be screaming at him. But nobody says a word, but I'm going to say a word right now. This idiot, this fool, this clown, this guy who's so clueless about what energy needs are, had the nerve tonight to say that if you take a plastic bag and you get one item in it from the store, that you should be executed. Now, this is elitism at its worst. Because only an elitist, only a liberal would say you could be executed. Now, I wonder what he feels about capital punishment, because if he doesn't like capital punishment, then he's really even more whacked than I think. And to top it off, he says if he carries an item in a plastic bag, one item, he should be executed. Well, I'd be all for that. Not because I'm advocating anybody being executed, but if he wants someone else to be executed, let's get rid of him first. Then he goes on a big spiel. He has this environmentalist guy on who's written 50 books. And you wonder how much energy was made to create those 50 books, how many coal-fired power plants had to churn the printing presses, the electricity and presses to print all those books. And this guy's saying that it's so wonderful to have wind power, how, we could put wind powers in Kansas and Iowa and Nebraska and it would power the whole country. Well, my alarms went off. Ding, 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 ding. I'm not talking about Art Bell's dings at the beginning of the year for the Coast to Coast prediction show either, which I hope he does on Dark Matter because I missed those. But this is a big bonk because we produce 4% of our power with windmills. Altamont Pass up here, about 50 miles away. It's full of wind power, and it's killing birds because the birds hit the thing. I came up with an idea how the birds could not get hit. You put a shield in front of the fans with holes in it. That way the fans are still going, but the holes are letting the air through. I don't know if that would work or not, but that's my idea. That way the vanes are still turning, but the plastic shield, the birds would see the shield's reflection and not get killed by the vanes. So if anybody has an idea if that's going to work or not, please do it. If it does, if it's going to work, or try it anyway, because I don't like birds getting killed. Anyhow, we produce the most coal in the world. We mine 1 billion ounces a year, or tons a year, sorry. And energy use is going to go 60% by 2030 worldwide. And this guy was also saying, I'm out for the Sierra Club, and they've shut down their 150th coal-powered power plant. And he's making like this is a good thing. Well, when you sit there in front of your computer, in front of your radio, in front of your television one day, and it all goes dark, because the other 96% of the power that's produced by diesel-generated coal plants, natural gas-generated coal plants, petroleum-based power plants, nuclear power plants, when they're all offline because the Sierra Club, being another nutcase group, like Dominic is a nutcase, decides that they don't like coal-fired power plants because they pollute too much, but yet they don't come up with an alternative. Because any power plant is going to produce pollution, except nuclear. And nuclear is bad news, because we've seen what's going to happen in Fukushima. They got poor bastards going out there that are going to go pull those fuel rods and those containment vessels, and they're going to die from the radiation. But they're so desperate to do anything to stop that. The most important thing that nobody thought about in Japan is why are we building power plants in an area that's got tidal waves and earthquakes, which is one of the stupidest things anybody ever done in the history of the planet. But nobody there thought, all they're thinking about is the big bucks. They're not thinking about up here. Hey, we live on an island. Hello. There are tsunamis. There are tornadoes. There are typhoons. There are hurricanes. Duh. That's just, a no-brainer. Ding, ding, ding. But instead, it's a big bonk to Fukushima and the power industry in Japan and the government, who didn't think how we can wipe out our whole friggin' country. Because they don't think long range. They just think about what's going to make us money for now. And, oh, well, we built this plant in 1970. Something happens 40 years down the road, 50 years down the road. We're not going to worry about it. So this Pete Dominick is a complete idiot. He wants to have people killed for carrying a bottle of Dawn home in their plastic bag. I use canvas bags that have been given me. Oh, yeah, I want to thank the San Mateo Harbor District. Give me this nice cups. They gave me a canvas bag and a key ring, pencil. There's a pencil. And we went to Half Moon Bay. It was the best thing I got all day. It's even got a whistle. I guess that's to blow for a lifeguard or give yourself a cheap, dare I say it, BJ or something. I don't know. But maybe you can hail a cab with that when you're in liberal San Francisco. Let's see, can I, next time I'm on Geary Street, can I call a cab with this? You think the cat, I can pretend, I can play on a doorman. I don't get that, but that's okay, it's in there. So, guys like this really annoy the hell out of me. Because they tear down all the coal-fired power plants, put all the coal workers out of work, put all the power plant workers out of work, and don't replace them with anything to generate power. So when your town gets dark because there's no power, I live in a town that we have, on my PG&E bill, we got rolling blackouts. And this even happens during the winter. They'll cut the power because the power demand is too high. Although I don't understand why it's so high in the wintertime. Nobody's running their air conditioner. But guys like this, he's talking about, I've been looking into for a year to get a solar on his house. It's south facing. I'm going, hello? It takes 5 minutes to call our solar company. They come out and put it in. You can put one of your own in. A lady in San Francisco, she called KGO one day, or KSFO, I'm sorry. Called KSFO one day. She's a professional engineer. She built her own solar plant on her own roof. And she said you have to use certain kind of tiles on the roof to reflect it properly, living in San Francisco with the fog and the wind. But she's got solar in her house. She put in herself. She said it cost her 15 grand. Now, if she can do it, this Pete Dominick, whoever the hell he is, whoever heard of Pete Dominick? They give anybody a show on Sirius, I guess. He can't put solar in a year. What's he waiting for? The local coal plant to go out of business so he can sit in the dark, then he has to go get solar? And that's another thing. All the money Obama has wasted on failed solar companies, $7 billion. If he'd taken that money and put solar plants in every house and every business, it would power one entire city in California of 150 to 250,000 people. That entire city would be off the grid. PG&E or San Diego Gas and Electric, that's what they used to be. I don't know what they're calling themselves, or LA Power and Light. They'd all be, that'd be out of business for that town. There wouldn't be any reason to pay the power company, and you'd save billions of dollars. People wouldn't be paying out to the power companies. In fact, they might be getting something back from the power companies buying power from them. But where do these people come from to spout this idiocy? If you carry something home in a bag, you should be assassinated. If a conservative editor said that, they'd be marching in the streets. They'd be picketing his house. That's just plain nuts. This is the kind of craziness I hear on the air and online. I can't take it. And I'm going to say something about it whenever I hear it. So this is a guy from Pittsburgh saying have a good morning, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.